welcome to the first elimination of ftwow. One of my 16 contestants will be eliminated today, and 3 of them will receive an extra life. Let's reveal who had which responses. We got 12 voters who cast 132 total votes, 88 likes, and 44 dislikes. That's way too many likes. This is because of the like boost advantage I mentioned in previous episodes. Many people took advantage of this too much, so the like boost rule will be changed next episode. They'll still be in effect for this elimination though. Let's reveal everyone's scores in order. Alright, first up is Scarviole, who said, a proper Object Fool Season 2 and World Peace. Personally, I was never much of an Object Fool or Animatic Battle fan myself, but this isn't about me, it's about the viewers, so let's see what they picked. 89%. That's pretty good. If everyone somehow places above 89%, then Scarviole will be eliminated. I don't even think that's possible with the dislikes. Okay. Midnight Warrior is up next, who said, I wish to get 1,000,000 milk and fantastic fries. I don't really get this one, but let's just see what the voters decided. 28%, meaning Scarviole is safe. Next up is KrabbyCat33, who said World Peace, 37 Ruby BFDI plushies. Krabby, your obsession with Ruby is very alarming, and you only sent like 6 words, but you do seem to be very well liked in the Discord, though the responses were private, so nobody knew this was you. I mean, it was kind of obvious because of the Ruby thing, but let's see what the viewers decided. 58.4%. So as of right now, these 3 contestants are currently on track to get the extra life prize, but that's only if the other contestants, all of them, place under 28%. Is that even possible? We'll find out. The next contestant is Roulette, who said, mind control device and vote botter to make me win. There's no punctuation or capitalization in this response, so it might not do as well, but let's see what the voters said. 32.3%, meaning that Midnight Warrior is no longer a candidate for winning the prize of the extra life, but Roulette could be, and they're also safe. Next up is Realm of Random, who said, I wish for a taxi and another cooler taxi too. Oh my gosh, my accent slipped out there. This one was a little bland, but once again, my opinion is irrelevant because it's up to the viewers to vote. Let's see what the viewers had to say on this response. 25%, meaning Midnight Warrior is safe. Realm of Random is now the next one in danger of being eliminated. And up next is Octo, who said, the death of Donald Trump and the safety for my family. This was my personal favorite response. Let's see what the viewers said. Wow, a whopping 100%. I'm just kidding. I wish, though. It actually got 50%, but that's still pretty good. That's like exactly the top quarter. Next up is Amaziah, who said money and a girlfriend. That is something that a lot of us want, but that's only 4 words, and I don't know if the viewers would like that. So let's see how they voted. Oof, only 16.7%. That's not very good. You are now the next one in danger of being eliminated. Alright, next up is Short Scroller, who said, I wish for the immortal snail and an escape rocket. I know the immortal snail meme is something very popular on the internet recently, but is it really something to discuss about on ftwow? Let's see what the voters said. Wow, 75.4%. It is something to discuss about in ftwow, because now you are someone who could potentially win the double extra life prize. Up next is Toby Just Wants to Do His Thing, who said, healthiness and some peas so I can stay keen. A nice rhyming-ish response. Let's see how the viewers voted on the contestant with the longest username. 62.6%. You're safe, and you have a chance of winning the extra life prize. Ignore the Discord notifications. Next up is DB, my girlfriend, who said, I wish for eternal happiness with the person I love. Aw, I wish the same with that too. Except that's not possible because eternity isn't real, and when people die, they just die, and there's nothing after that. But enough with getting beliefs in the way. Let's see what the voters thought of her response. 92%! That's the new frontrunner. That's crazy. Well, spoiler alert, a lot, and I mean a lot, of that score was from the like boost advantage, but we'll get to that later. Adrian is up next, who said supper speed and a gun. Now, a misspelling is kind of common in these mini ftwow fan shows, but on the very first prompt is not where you want to leave it, and especially having a 5-word response with no punctuation either, you're not, like, the healthiest contestant right now. Let's see if the voters can agree with me. Yup, negative 8.4%. Almost on the very bottom of the graph I made. Adrian, right now you are at most risk of elimination, being the only contestant so far to score a negative score. Let's see if the remaining 5 contestants will place below that. Up next is ChatGPT, our AI response, who said, wished for a lock, then wished for its key. Let's see if the voters could correctly spot that this was the AI and eliminate them. 16.7%, tying with Amaziah. That's pretty good to get the AI down, but you didn't eliminate the AI because Adrian is lower. So, you guys have failed. And also, ChatGPT is safe. Next up is Ty, who said, a dream island and a hotel. Experiencing luxury is wonderful. Not to be biased, but this is my second favorite response sent. But let's see if the viewers can agree with my opinion. 56%. That is very good. That's in the top quarter of the entire range of points that's possible, I guess. Meaning Ty is safe. Next up is the person who said, I'd wish for enough food for everyone to eat, basically solve world hunger, and a lot of utensils. That is a 19-word response, which is the longest one ever. Let's see if the voters can rank it down. 20.4%. That's very low, but you're still safe. At this point, DB is guaranteed to win an extra life, because there's 2 contestants left to be placed, and even if both of them place above her, DB will be third, but the top 3 win an extra life. So, congrats, DB. Next up is Soggy, who said, book body pillow and book dildo. Yeah, thanks for that one, Soggy. I really wanted that response. As you can see from my boredom, I did not like the response, and that was sarcasm. Let's see if the voters treat it the same way I want to. Negative 8%, just narrowly beating Adrian by only a 0.4% difference. That is close. But they're still safe. And that also means that Scarviole is also winning an extra life prize. The final contestant is Declan Gaming 14, who said, I wish for Shonika to disappear and reappear after 10 seconds. Now, it's shortened to 10s because if seconds was its own word, then it would be 11 words. So a clever way to shorten it. At this point, either Adrian or Declan Gaming 14 will be eliminated, or Short Scroller or Declan Gaming 14 will win a second life. Let's see what the voters said. Show their final response. Negative 8.4%. It's a tie between Declan Gaming 14 and Adrian. You know what that means. They're both eliminated. Goodbye, Adrian and Declan Gaming 14. It always sucks to be the first boot in a competition, but someone will always have to take up that role. To sign up for a show so excited just to be eliminated in the very first round is tragic, and it is sorry to see you go this soon. The future winner of ftwow could have been in your position right now, and you could have been in theirs. So just remember, it shouldn't entirely be your fault. Let's go over the leaderboard. As you can see here, these are the 8 contestants who performed the best. DB, Scarbiole, and Short Squirrel will be receiving an extra life because they placed in the top 3. Another cool thing to note is that thanks to like boosting, Krabby could have been in first place because he had a raw score of 58.4%, but since he didn't like any other responses besides his own, he was moved down to 5th place because he's so selfish. This is the bottom half. Another thing to notice is that Soggy had a 42% like boost, and his score was still in the negatives, meaning if he didn't have a like boost, he would have been eliminated with a whopping negative 50%. But because of his like boost, it boosted him just barely out of elimination over Adrian and Declan. That's crazy. Here are the contestants still in the game. Now that the first, and arguably second, eliminations are complete, we can move on to the second ftwow prompt. The second prompt of ftwow is, what would you do if you won $40,000 from winning this show? Send your responses by July 8th, 2026 at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember to send your responses in either Discord DMs or in the Google form. Try to respond in 10 words. If you want your Booksona changed, or want a Booksona at all, just add the link to it in the Google form or send the image in my Discord DMs. If no new Booksona is sent, you will keep the last one you were using. The new like boost rule will be clarified into ftwow 2A, where I will explain the new limitations on like boosting. That's all for today. See you in ftwow episode 2A!